Hello and hello and hello. Let's see how this one rolls. Welcome to Tuesday. It is a sunny, beautiful day here on the East Coast, and I hope it's a nice day for everybody else. We're really glad to be together again, even if we might be a little more anxious than usual, and not for anything that's going on in particular. All right, welcome everybody in this room. Hello to everybody on Facebook Live. Special hello to Mary from Omaha and to Annette from California, who's joining in from Facebook this week. And hello to everybody in this room. Super happy to see Dan in Virginia, Carolyn in Idaho, Busy Graham, Executive Director of Carpe Diem, Pete in Florida. Hello, you're back again after vacation. Glad to see you. Janet in Georgia. Hello. Steve in Baltimore. Dion in Massachusetts. Pam, hello. Maryland. And Sheila in Florida. Carol in BC. Sandy in the Yukon. Lynn in Connecticut. Bonnie in Idaho. Deborah in Kentucky. Nancy in Washington, Kevin in New Hampshire, Karen in Arizona, Barb in Kentucky, Alan in the DC area. Hello, Jesse, and hello, Lea, obviously. Lisa in Indiana, and Susan in Seattle, Luda in BC, Sid in BC, Michelle, and hello, Michelle's right-hand guy over there in Maryland. Hello, Anna. Nice to see you, Anna. We're so glad you're with us today. Hugs and love. Anna's coming in from Maryland. Julia, hello. Anne in the DC area, Harriet in Chicago, David in upstate New York, Aloysius in Massachusetts, Terry of Diane and Terry, hello. Board member at Washington Rebels, Francette in Colorado, glad to see you. Martha in Washington, glad to see you. Ida, yay, here's Ida in Cambridge. Nice to see you, sweetie. Hello, Terry, and hello, Gary in Massachusetts. Suzanne in Virginia, and lots of other folks off video. Hello, Mommy in New Jersey, and Holly, and Anjali, and Deborah, and lots of other great folks. I'm glad you're all with us today. Welcome to the Washington Rebels Carpe Diem Arts Daily Antidote of Song. This is gonna be the fastest announcements you've ever heard since we're running late today. If you're new to us, please pop your state and or your country into the chat box. We're here every day at noon, live, singing right here, or sort of afternoon on some days. The lyrics will be in the chat. There's a donate link. All of the money goes to the artists. Thank you so much for your support of the program. My email's in the chat if you'd like to be on the Daily Antidote email list. And I want to thank an entire tech crew. Actually, it's kind of funny, eh? We've got like more tech people in the room today than usual and having more tech issues. And it's not, there's no relation between those things. I would like to thank Binta coming in from California, Colin coming in from DC, Julia coming in from Maryland, and Nico coming in from the couch right next to me, all of whom are running various and sundry parts of the tech today. All right. Today's artists, Jesse Palidofsky and Lea Gilmore, are coming to us, both of them actually from Maryland, and they are, Jesse, that's right, Maryland, right? Did I get that right? Uh-oh, is Jesse still in the room? And
but he's muted.
Okay, Jesse, you're muted?
Yes, I'm in Silver Spring, Maryland, that's right.
Silver Spring, Maryland, and Leah's coming in from Baltimore. And they were involved in a project. Jesse did a rewrite, a 2020 version of America the Beautiful, and he sung it on a YouTube video with sort of a mini virtual chorus with Lea and another artist. Jesse's going to tell us a little bit about the project after we sing it, but we're going to do a sing through once of their song with Jesse taking the first 3 verses and Lea taking the last verse, and then we'll chat a little bit. Jesse, are you ready to
I'm ready.
roll it out? Let's
I'm
do
ready.
it.
Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains' majesty, above thy fruited plain. America, America, God shed much grace on thee. So spread the love sent from above, from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful thy immigrants, who hail from every land. Their hope and heart and diligence, like gifts from God's own hand, America, America, thy grace shall yet remain to greet the poor here at our shore with open arms again. Oh, beautiful, oh, Mother Earth, all nestle at thy breast, just as we sing with love and pride, so all nations are blessed. America, America, alone cannot abide. God give thee pause to mend thy flaws, with truth thy only guide.
Here's another verse that's a cappella and strange at the moment, but sing with me. Oh, beautiful, thy working folk built cities, tilled thy soils, thy proud Africans in bloody chains, the wealth built from their toils. America, America, God shed much grace on thee, so spread the love sent from above, from sea to shining sea. Oh, ring sisterhood, ring brotherhood, from sea to shining sea. Oh, yes. Amen.
Amen is right. Thank you so much, Jesse and Lea, for bringing us that song, for sharing it. And Lea, the fact that you dropped it to another note to match your gorgeous voice was actually just part of the fun of singing that all together in our little virtual setting. Thank you guys so much for bringing that to us. So Jesse, I would love to hear a little bit more about sort of the when or the hows you kind of brought that out of yourself, if you wouldn't mind telling me.
Well, I've always loved this song, and I love Ray Charles' version, which is, I think, one of the most stellar versions of America the Beautiful. And yet, the words, once you get past the first verse, really didn't speak to me very much. And I just thought, gosh, this is a song so many of us grew up singing in school, and it's so deeply within us. I've also done a lot of work with music for healing with people with dementia and people at all, from Children's Hospital to people with dementia. But the songs that we hold it within us, even at the end of life, even when we don't know our own name, are the songs we learned as children. And so someone with dementia can sing a song that, even if they don't know their wife or husband's name. And I just thought this is such a powerful melody, and it should be our national anthem, really. But how could we bring it to the 21st century? And how could we really bring new words that speak to who we are? So actually, I wrote a couple of the verses 5 years ago. And then in the current political climate, I thought we needed one more verse. And I was recording a new album up in Toronto with the wonderful producer Ken Whiteley. And he suggested that Claire Lynch, who's won Bluegrass Singer of the Year 3 times, she might sing it with a black gospel or blues singer. And we weren't quite sure who that was going to be. But Lea and I know each other for many years, for decades, really, from Common Ground on the Hill in Westminster. And when Lea came, it just brought it over the top. And that "oh yeah" at the end just melts me. I love it. I love what, and you'll get to hear late at the end of this time together. You'll get to see the video and everything. So.
That's great, Jesse. Thank you. Yes, for anybody who came in the room late, and if I wasn't clear before, instead of singing it through with Jesse and Lea live, at the end of this, we're going to sing it through with the video so that you guys can see the beautifulness with which they gave image to the words. It's absolutely lovely video. And so Jesse, I'm not sure, have you ever seen, do you know Katrina and Narissa Nields, and have you ever seen their version?
You know, it's interesting. I did see it, but only after our video came out. But I'm delighted to know that they did it. So there are a couple other new versions that came out this year. So evidently, it's been in the ether that we need to reclaim our country. And I really love what the Nields did, and I'm grateful that we got to do what we did. So.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely great. I love the ways in which the two versions are different and how they both are coming from a really similar place. But, you know, everyone's artistry, of course, produces a completely different sound and image. And it's really, really great. The Nields actually have agreed to join us in this room probably in January. And depending on the date that they're coming, we may actually have them do their version somewhere near inauguration, just because that seems about the right fit.
That's great.
Yeah, so Jesse and Lea, Lea, do you want to unmute and add your voice to this conversation? Anything you want to say about your relationship to the song or your experience when you were making the video, but you're muted right now? You got to unmute. Can somebody, there you go.
Thank you. I couldn't unmute. I wasn't allowed. I didn't have permission to talk yet. This was a great, hello everyone. Good to see everyone. I'm so glad to be back in this room with Joe and Busy and all the wonderful revelers. This was such an incredible experience for me. Jesse asked if I would like to participate in America the Beautiful. And I was like, okay, maybe we're going to do some Ray Charles stuff, you know? But he sent these incredibly powerful and timely and right on time, definitely lyrics. And I thought, wow. And Claire is just an amazing singer. One day we'll actually meet, even though we're together on this recording. She's just such a powerful presence. And I think this version, along with somebody commented about, you know, celebrating our indigenous brothers and sisters as well. I powerfully believe that this version with those thoughts and feelings and from this place in our hearts should definitely be heard more. I always wanted it to sound like this. I loved America the Beautiful, and I always wanted it to say that. So that's me. That's it.
That's great, Lea. Thank you. Absolutely beautiful. So Jesse, just to bring it back to you quickly, you brought up the idea of the elderly brain and the notion of being able to sing the songs that you knew when you were little, when you are forgetting other things in your life. And that totally resonates with me. But my grandfather, who's no longer living, but had a stroke and could no longer speak at all, but he could sing opera, which was the most bizarre experience. And then also, when the Daily Antidote of Song also has a day of service component. And when we went as our day of service back in real time when we were going places to an assisted living facility, and we were singing Amazing Grace to a room full of people, many of whom had not budged in any way since we'd arrived. And we started singing Amazing Grace and the mouths started moving. And there were tears flowing all over the place. The people who were singing it and all of those of us who were singing it with them.
The power of music is even, we know it's powerful, but it's even so much more powerful. And I've also gotten to sing with people as they were actively dying quite a bit in hospice. And the power of music is just incredible. So that's so wonderful that you all had that experience and that the Rebels brought that experience. I just want to say, moving back to the video for a second, I really want to give a shout out to Liz Porter, who I know a number of you all know from the Rebels, and for her great efforts on this video with me. This is my first time doing a video, and also Charlie Pilzer for mastering the song and for having bringing Lea into his studio. So a number of folks from the Rebels community have been part of putting this together.
That's really great. Thank you so much. And I think Busy Graham, that Liz Porter is also part of the Carpe Diem community. Is that right? Yep. So So speaking of Busy Graham, I just want to shout out Busy Graham, who has connected us with the Lakota musician Kevin Locke, who is going to appear with David Roth here on Thanksgiving Day. Super amazing, and we're very excited about that. And also a shout out to the other folks who are coming up this week. Arne Batson of Sweet Honey and the Rock will be with us one day. Evelyn Harris, also formerly Sweet Honey and the Rock, going to be with us on Thanksgiving. With Tim Erickson hosting that day. And Dan and Claudia Zanes are going to be with us. And actually, just before we arrived in the room together today, I heard from Sean and Abigail Bangson. I'm not sure if anybody is aware of them. They have a video out that is really, really fun, and they're going to bring their song to us. And I think we're going to all really enjoy it. So thank you so much again to Jesse and to Lea for being with us here today. And I'm feeling like there was one more thing I was going to say, but I've forgotten it. So how about if we roll that video out? Oh, go ahead, Jesse.
One last thing. Thank you so much, Joe, for having us. And I've been in touch with through Facebook with the lead singer, and I don't know how to pronounce the group's name. Eulalie. It's a Native women's a cappella group about composing another verse that really raises up our Native ancestors who were here before us. So I wanted to just acknowledge that comment that was in the chat, that there does need to be another verse. And I don't think I'm the person to totally write it myself. I really feel good about collaborating with someone who has, is from that background and has that experience. So.
That is beautiful, and I'm actually super glad to hear it, because it did occur to me when I read it, or when I read through the lyrics of the song. There is, as we're like getting the increased awareness of the things that maybe our nation hasn't gotten so right, it would be a really nice. That's great. I'm really glad to hear that.
Yeah.
I did think of my other thing I was going to say. I was going to ask if anybody in the room who also sings in hospice settings would just wave, because I know we've got folks in this room who sing to hospice. Thanks, guys. Yeah, we've had a lot of folks from other states finding us in this room and bringing their hospice choirs with us, which is really very cool. All right, so I'm forgetting completely who's actually rolling my video out. Colin? All right, so can we sing along?
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain,
for purple mountains, majesties above thy fruited plain. America, America, God shed much grace on thee, so spread the love sent from above, from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful thy immigrants who hail from every land.
their hope and heart and diligence, like gifts from God's own hand.
America, America,
Thy grace shall
yet remain
to greet
the poor
who
reach this shore with open arms again.
Oh, beautiful, oh, Mother Earth, I'll nestle at your breast.
Just as we sing with love and pride, so all nations are blessed. Yeah, our working folk built cities till thy soil. Proud Africans in bloody chains, the wealth built from their toil. Yes, Lord. America, America, God shed much grace on thee. Yes. So spread the love sent from above, from sea to shining sea. Bring sisterhood, bring brotherhood, from sea to shining sea. Oh, yes.
Wow. Jesse, Lea, thank you so much. Jesse, thanks for bringing that to us. Thanks for making that part of what you've just contributed to our lives and the lives of so many right now. And Lea, thank you for your beautiful voice and your beautiful presence. And everybody in the room, why don't we all take a big deep breath together? Is everybody ready to go out and have their Tuesday? A little bit more energy and a little bit more, just goes to show you, on a day when you start out with a tech bungle, you end with the most beautiful moments of peace and tranquility. See, even through Zoom, we can find it. Gang, I'm sending a lot of love and peace to all of you. Thank you again to Jesse and to Lea. That was totally amazing. And thanks to everybody who's joined us today. Thank you again to the tech crew, my amazing Binta and Colin and Julia and Nico, who pulled that all together for us. And goodbye, and can't wait to see you tomorrow. Dan, thank you. Carol.